Well, I'm going to go out to the shop now. Are you going to stay out on the porch? You should. It's like 70 degrees and nice. I'm talking to you, young lady. Hello? Okay, I'll check in on you in a little bit. I got to get busy. Where's your sister? Huh? Such a good girl. I see her. She's over there protecting us. Yeah, she's on patrol. All right. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. We are back out at the shop, but this is not really going to be a shop video. Well, it kind of is. Only today we're going to be working on the podcast studio, which is in the shop. But before I turn you around to look at that, look at this mess. I've been putting baseboards on. I still got one to put on there. And I got the ones in here. And as you can see, I put a carpet. I've already got it dirty this morning. Good. And why'd I buy a white one? And it smells like a new carpet. So this is the podcast studio so far. Subject to change. What we're going to do today is we are going to build two false walls. Because you can see which way I'll be sitting. So I want a wall there, a short wall, and a short wall there. They don't necessarily have to go all the way to the bottom. They will not. Just to where you can see my head behind me. And I've got some lights ordered, some other things. What I got planned is to build two panels that can just hang on the wall. And if I want to ever change it up or take them off, I can take them off, and I've got my normal walls back. It's just a fake wall to put behind me, make it look a little better. Now, there's some more lights coming. I tried to make a podcast this morning. This laptop ain't having it. It is just not fast enough, and that is not going to work. So what I did, and I've been needing this a while, and now's the time because Dogtober is coming. I needed a good editing computer, a fast one, with good video processors, the whole 9 yards. So I bit the bullet and I bought one. It'll be here tomorrow. This laptop will come over for the lasers, and the old desktop, which is way better than that. Actually, that has a bigger processor, and I don't know, I don't get it, but it ain't good enough. So we're going to swap those out. The new computer will go in the house for the main editing. That will become the laser computer, and the desktop I currently have, which has everything already installed, will come in here, and we will use it for podcasting. I brought the old recliner in here. I don't know why I brought all this stuff in, because I just got to move. Well, I don't really have to move much. I'll pull this back a little bit. Brought a TV in here. The cables, none of that are hidden yet. This, we got to get these walls on here and see what we can do. And I did get the baseboard there. Got it in the back and there. I just really only have that. And I did get a metal strip that fits perfectly there. That really came out well. So I'm happy with that. And I did go and get more flooring. So the floor has been finished all the way back. So this is, how you're going to see. You're going to walk in. This is going to be the podcast studio. Now, if you're wondering what that is lighting. You got to have that stuff. And this will be the shop. This is only really going to be for doing laser engraving and maybe small projects on the workbenches. That's it. And if I need to do anything bigger, well, I guess I'll have to get another building and build a bigger shop or a barn. Maybe that's in the future. I'm still debating whether to do that or add on to the cabin. I really don't want any more stuff to clean. But I would like to have a nice sized living room. So that is still an option, or maybe another barn type building. Where the dog's yard is now, we're going to reduce that anyway. I don't know, but I got to get to work. So let's get a look beforehand, and then I'm just going to wing this. I don't have anything drawn up. I just got something in my head. Let's go see what we can figure out. Okay, I've got these rough cut 2x4s from the sawmill. I am going to be ripping these into 2x2s. We're going to create a frame with these. I don't want to waste any of my good lumber. The idea is to make this pretty much as lightweight as we can. It's still going to be heavy, but we don't want to use giant 2x4s and everything else. So we're going to frame everything out in 2x2. So I'm going to have to rip these down and mill it myself. And let's get going. Alright, I got all these ripped down. Main purpose of that is to square them up. Now I'm going to cut them into 1-inch pieces. I think that'll still be small enough and lightweight enough. This stuff's very light, good and dry. I'll cut them. I'll get 3 1-inch pieces out of one of these. These are 3.5 now. They were originally a little bit over 4. And then we're going to start assembling the frame. So let's get this part done. I'll spare you watching that. Listen to me, young lady. When I give you eggs, I don't need you coming over here with the after effects of that. How does one little dog stink so bad? You know you're guilty. Girls don't fart. I ain't ever buying that one, 'cause you guys do. And I think it's worse than guys. Tilly. Okay, got all those pieces cut, and you're going to understand what I'm doing a little further down the line. Basically making 2 4-foot by 4-foot sections, and let's get all these out of the way. And this is just lumber I've had. It's been sitting around. All right. They're actually going to be under that because I screwed up. It's okay. Still plenty big enough. Okay, let me make sure we're going to start off square. Just like that. Hopefully that's strong enough. Oh yeah. The idea is just to make it as light as I can. Now let's scoot this down a little. Get this other end on. Now originally I was going to put a fake window in here and all that. I'm not going to make it so fancy at first. We can always build extra walls later. So we're just going to get this one going. Let me get this other side on. Boy, this horsefly, I got to get him. He's driving me nuts. I'm after you, Mr. Horsefly. Wish I had a bigger table, but I don't. All right. dokie. Let me get my gun here. I'll tell you what, guys. A few minutes ago, I had to cut a couple more of these, and I've been over to pick that saw up, and I knew when I did it. I knew just how I was bending over and how I was picking it up that my back was going to go out. And I did it anyway. And you know what? I got lucky. It didn't do anything. So hopefully my diet is helping my back. I don't know. Or it's just luck. So you're looking at this going, what in the name of Barney Rubble and his illegitimate children? Because you know he had some. It was caveman days. They had a whole slew of children that they didn't show you. But you don't know that. Why are you making a pallet? It's not a pallet. It's a lot lighter than a pallet. This is the backbone. You'll see what we're doing here in a minute. I just had a nail in each one holding it, so now I know they're good. And this is anytime, air compressor. Thank you. What was I saying? Very lightweight. These pine boards, pretty light when they dry. All right, now we move on to the next phase, and now it's going to start to look like a wall. I'm making a mock exterior wall, and you'll see which kind I'm going to do here in a minute. I may have to stop this build and go into full combat mode. That fly. Okay, let's get to work. The nice thing is I don't have to cut any of this other than lengthwise. But you do got to plug in your saw. Slim Jim. Come on over here. See, I need to wire this all up in here and make it a place where I can do my wood cutting. Be a lot easier, wouldn't it? All right. Any of you guessing what I'm doing yet? I don't even know yet. Okay, we need a bunch of short ones and a bunch of long ones. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Well, that'll work too. I didn't plan on doing it that way, but that'll work. Yeah, it will. All right. Let's see, 17 1/4. Seventeen and a quarter. And then 13. 17, 17, 13. Need like a jig. All right. If you haven't guessed, we're going to do cedar shake shingles. Okay. And then 13. So we need 2 this size. And this is very red, still pretty green. Nah, it ain't green, but it will fade to that lighter color after a few months being inside. Alright, get this first row going. And you don't want them all to be exact, because when they did this in the day, they were using scrap, whatever they could get. So you don't want it perfect. Alright, let's get y'all down here. Get the first layer going. See how strong I was? I picked you guys up with no effort. I ain't kidding you. I'll tell you what, this is how I originally wanted it. But I like this. Gives me more to tack onto and then easier to hang. So this is how we're going to go with it. But let's lay them out here. Where's that little piece? See? Yeah, we're going to want that a little longer, but the idea is to do this. And that is going to be my faux studio wall. And I think it's going to look nice. It's going to want to give it that look of, actually we're going to have a short piece there, and that'll go like that. Something like that. So let me get going on this, cut up some more pieces, and we'll go. Alright, here we are, one fake wall. Now I don't have the tops nailed in place yet because I want to screw these into the wall inside. And you ain't going to believe what happened, guys. I needed a hammer. And I walked into that shop and there were 2 hanging on the pegboard. First time in the history of my channel. I didn't have to look for a tool. I like it. Let's get this thing hung. And all that's going to fade the same color. So I wish I'd have put more boards like that in there, but it'll all fade and you'll get that. You can look at the inside of my cabin and see that. Alright, this will look better once we get it in. Alright, I got the carpet peeled back. I got to turn this radio down. We've got ABBA, the dancing queen playing, and I don't want that in my video. I don't care about your dancing queen, okay? Alright, now the part I can't stand. This is, it always gives me a hard time. So I'm going to bring the top of the wall to the bottom of this. It will not be in camera up here. I'll make sure of that. So now I need to, this is the part I don't like. Finding where the studs are. Every time. Well, how many studs are in there? That ain't no stud that big, unless it's a king. Well, it must be. Alright, so we can screw one there. I don't want this thing coming off in the middle of a podcast. Yeah, definitely gonna have touch-up paint. And there ain't a stud there. Oh, come on. Alright, so I'm gonna go bring it in. We're gonna hang it there. I got my level ready. That ought to be fun. It isn't that heavy. I mean, the cedar probably weighs more than anything does. Alright, plain wall, you're gonna see the difference. But you'll have to watch my podcast probably tonight to see what it looks like on camera. Actually, no. I've tried to do a podcast this morning. This computer isn't good enough. I gotta wait. I ain't moving all this stuff back in the house, so it'll be a few days. Tomorrow the computer will be here. Bare wall. And you are the dancing queen. Alright, I'm going to put a little cleat here just to help me hang it and to help take the weight off of the wall. Alright, we got a stud there. Why is there two? Oh, that's a king stud, I bet. Alright, we'll just center this dude. We'll just catch a few. Let me get one in, then we'll level it. Oh, la baga. This should be level because I marked a line, but you never know. It ain't. Should have done this when I hung the cabinet in the house. Says level, but it don't look level. But I guess you gotta believe the level. I don't. You get the other level. I don't believe tools anymore. You know, you can't believe anything. Even your tools you can't believe anymore. Can't believe my eyes. That looks good enough for government work. I have an idea for Dogtober, and I'm going to need you guys to participate. And you can participate at any given time that you would like. On my OBS software, I can run a live stream 24/7. And on that live stream, I'm going to run all my old videos. So you can pop in at 2 in the morning if you want. It doesn't matter. Watch for a few minutes. I would say that would generate pretty good revenue for them. But we'll try it. Hey, and that could run, you know, and I'll still do my daily videos. But that would just be an extra thing. Hey, even if it only makes $100, it's $100 we wouldn't have had. While I'm a-sleeping, I'm a-earning. Alright, let's put one more in this and then we can lift this wall up. This wall only weighs about 50 pounds. It was actually pretty light. But I want all the security I can. Let's get this hung and then I'll tell you some of my ideas here. Ready? Oh, this is another back snatcher, isn't it? Wow! Alright, there's the wall. Looks like a fake wall to me. Put some more screws in it. Well, I didn't care to... Wagga booga naga naga. Okay. Helps to make those noises. Now you see why I left these shakes off. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. And that wall ain't going nowhere. I'll sit like here, and you know, that's going to be behind me. I've got an old lantern I can hang on this, maybe some fake, because there's going to be another wall just like it. It's going to be like I'm on the outside of a cabin where two corners meet. Maybe some guttering. I don't know if I want to get all that fancy. You know, that'd be a good movie line. Let's make the inside look like the outside. And maybe we'll make the outside look like the inside. They should use that in a movie. That would be great. Now, let me get some nails. I got, hold on, again, right here on the pegboard. And you know what? I left my hammer outside, but guess what? There was another one on the pegboard. I tell you what. Alright. I don't think these are exactly the kind of nails I need, but they'll do. Like that there. Why don't you open the package before you start goofing with it? Has this package ever been opened? Oh, these are what I need, yes. They're white. But that's all right. All right, now. Now, when I started this, I wish I would have, I overlapped way too much. I could have saved me, no, actually I didn't. But I could have saved a little bit of room there. But now I can't see where the things are. Right there. Don't need but a couple. Alright. And I could have lapped these a little better than I did, but hey, it's the first one. Second one will go better. Wow, here's something I have not done in a long time. Hammered a nail. I can't see nothing. I think just two ought to be good. Alright. One more. Ugly side in. Yeah, I could play some of my old build videos or something. You know, not so much for you subscribers, but maybe for people who have never seen my channel. You know, videos, when videos get old, nobody goes back and watches them. You basically got a couple days on a video, and if it doesn't do well, it's lost. You know, nobody hardly ever goes back and watches them. So that would be a good opportunity to get new subscribers. You know, the more views that we can get for Dogtober, the better. Well, I got them $1,500 last year. I want to double that at least. Oh, these old cheap finish nails. I can't see nothing. Nothing. You got to be able to see the nail. I don't need any more. Alright, y'all like my spiffy new blue glasses? Come in that box of glasses I got from Ollie's. Alright. There we have it, man. A fake wall on a wall. Now you can say you've seen it all. I got some cool effect lights coming that will be on the bottom. I can make them any color I want. They'll shine up through the wall anywhere I point them. And then we'll hang some do's and dads on here. You know, I don't want it to be too crazy. That's good enough. And there we have it. A fake wall. Get y'all in here to look at it. Now, while I'm sitting in this chair, my camera's going to be somewhere about there. The table will be back, so you're not going to see the bottom of that wall. And I can always lower it if you can, but I don't think you will, because it's going to be dark. But that's going to look good when I get this other one on. I'm going to have to take this TV off because I want it to be at least that wide. Alright, there you go. Let me get this other one built and hung. You guys won't have to watch that. But I should go a lot quicker. Well, it just would not be me if I didn't screw something up. I don't know if it's going to matter. I don't think it is. Well, it's going to be different. Here's what I did. And I wondered why this kind of went on a little different. On this one, I put these shakes that way, across these pieces. Not on this one, I put them this way. So this is 48 inches long, this is 45 inches long, which is fine. And none of this is the same as that. And let's just swing it over, raise it up. Yeah, it's actually, that looks better. That's the way I wanted it to be. Yep. I didn't want these to line up perfectly even. That ain't how it would look on if you was to do that on a house. Now I got to put a 1x4 up here to screw this into, because as this one's hanging on it, it ain't going to be able to do it with this one. So let me get that up, and then we're going to get the table and everything put back, and I'm going to show you a clip of what this is going to look like in a real podcast. Let me get this hung. All right. I know this is not the camera I use for podcasting, so when I do my podcasting, I'll crop this in. You won't see the bottoms. You won't see the tops. All you'll see is this. I like it. Now I gotta smell cedar again for another 6 months. But it could be worse. So this is what I have in mind now. I'm gonna order a couple of wrought iron hangers for these lanterns. I may not even use these lanterns. I have some real Dietz lanterns. I'll see what I can find. You know, you don't hang decorations on the outside of a cabin, so I'm not going to get too crazy with it. But I can take these off if I get tired of them. I can make new ones. I can put bricks up, whatever I want to do. You know. But I kind of like this. We'll see. It looks better than a plain blue wall, like you've seen in the beginning. And these batteries are about low. But I have other lights coming. I actually do have another DJI camera coming. This is the one I use for podcasting. It is an awesome camera. This is the DJI Pocket 3. And it's a pretty difficult camera just to go around filming. And I use the Action 4 for that. That's what I'm filming this on. I've got another Action 4. It'll be here today. When I use GoPros, I always had 2 GoPros. And it's nice. You can time lapse with one. You can do whatever with the other one. But having 2 cameras is better than having one. And I want to do, when I do my podcasting, I want to be able to use 2 cameras. I want to have one over here for a different angle. You've seen them podcasts. It just looks more professional when you do that. Well, we'll see. It's very cozy in here. The sound, I mean, I got the air conditioner going right now. On a podcast, you're not going to hear that. This mic cuts all that background noise out. So, get the computer in here tomorrow when the new one gets here. And, man, we're going to be set up. So, check out my other channel, my podcast channel, The Dog Man, if you have not. I know a lot of people don't like podcast channels, but I try to have some fun over there. Thanks for watching, guys. I know not everybody's interested in doing this, but you could do this in your house for an accent wall if you wanted to do something like this. Very easy to do. You just got to get a hold of cedar, and it's a dime a dozen here. Thanks for watching. Happy trails. Dancing Queen, all that song's never gonna get out of my head.